is up, boys and girls, children of all ages, my friends, my compatriots? How are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing great. It's Memorial Day weekend, guys. I hope you guys are having throwing another shrimp on the bobby. You know, having a little grill, a little steak, a little shrimp, a little surf and turf. Drink some beer, drink some soda, whatever your beverage of choice is. You guys just be responsible, be safe, and have fun. Today, we are going to be talking about the new movie, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, from this year, 2024, directed by Wes Ball. So this movie, if you guys are familiar with the Planet of the Apes franchise thus far, so there was originals back in the 60s, right, with Charlton Heston, "Get your paws off me, you damn dirty ape." Those movies. And then, about maybe a decade ago, there was a reimagining of Planet of the Apes with James Franco, where, he's trying to cure Alzheimer's, dementia, stuff like that. He creates a virus that in apes makes them super intelligent, in humans makes us dumb, stupid, we lose the ability to talk. Basically, it sets us back to being like infants in a way. And so that's how the reimagining started. And then we had two movies. It was a trilogy. So they had, what was the first one? Rise, and then Dawn is after the apes have established themselves in the redwood forests of California. And then the third one was War of the Planet of the Apes with one of my favorite villains of all time, Woody Harrelson's character. I don't remember his name right off the top of my head, but his character was awesome. But that shows, how the humans in their last-ditch effort to fight the apes and gain back their control over the world that they lost, right? This is the humans' desperate last-ditch effort. That's what War was. Well, this, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, takes place like 200 years after War of the Planet of the Apes. And this is where things get kind of sketchy for me, because the dynamic of the first three films, the newer films, was humans fighting apes to get the Earth back. Well, in this, the humans have already lost. We are mindless, just basically monkeys. We are the monkeys to the apes now. They chase us, they hunt us. But really, the film takes us back full circle, because in the very first Planet of the Apes movie back in the 60s, people, they did the same thing to people. They hunted us, they turned us into slaves, all that good stuff, right? And Charlton Heston, when he came back to Earth from being in space for X amount of years, they kidnapped him, turned him into a slave. So in this film, we're back to square one. We've come full circle with the franchise back to where apes are hunting humans for slavery and, work and all that kind of stuff. So here's where my thoughts begin to, I guess, accumulate on this. One, let me start off with the special effects. This movie has some of the most beautiful stop motion captures ever. I mean, the apes look real. The fauna and flora look real. Like, everything looks real. It looks, now there are a few instances where you're watching and you're like, oh yeah, that's definitely CGI. That's definitely rendered in some way. But for the most part, everything looks so real. They have the rendering right, the shadowing. Nothing looks stupid or corny. Even like the birds flying in the sky look great. It's just the special effects in this. Whoever did this should win an award, because the special effects in this are amazing. Secondly, the voice acting. Spot on. Really good voice acting. It's got some of my favorite people in it. It's got Kevin Durant. He's Proxima Cesar. He's like he's our villain of the film. He's our bad monkey. And, he's great. The way that he just is so vocal. I don't know, it's the best way I can say it. The way he yells and the way that they contour the ape's face and the motion capture to the way his facial expressions are. Like, it's really a thing of beauty to behold. Now, we have Freya Allen. Okay, now she was in The Witcher. She's our main. There's only two human, I guess, characters in the whole film. William H. Macy's Trevathan and Freya Allen's crap. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. But anyway, she's the human girl. And she's okay, I guess. She's young. She's got a lot of like learning to do as far as acting and stuff. I watched her in another movie called Baghead, where she was like an owner of an inn. And all I'm going to say to this on her is she looked better and sounded better getting chased by monkeys than she did in Baghead. So she's upped her game a little bit. But she still wasn't no light in the shining darkness or shining light in the darkness, you know what I mean? She was just pretty basic. William H. Macy, he's kind of like a historian. He tells Proxima Cesar about the things that used to happen. He'd read books to him and all that kind of stuff so he would learn. He's that kind of guy. He's like the history man in essence. He's their history teacher. And Owen Teague, he plays Noah, who's our main ape, and he's okay. So the voice acting is good. The actual acting against the apes and the green screens, also pretty decent. But here's where my number one, I guess, complaint comes into the film. If you watch any fantasy film from the 1980s, all right, Conan, well, I guess Conan was like, what, early 80s, late 70s. Conan, Beastmaster, even as recently as the film Apocalypto, this film took the story from one of those. I mean, like it didn't take it verbatim, but it took one of those stories. Let's take Conan, for example. Raiders ride in, kill the village. They escape, right? Conan gets out of there. Or no, Conan gets taken. He's turned into a slave. He has to get out of there and all that kind of stuff. You take any other... like Apocalypto, raiders come in, kill the family, old boy escapes, and now he's on a mission of vengeance that turns into a journey of self-discovery, and that's our film. I mean, raiders come in, we get our monkey village raised, and then we have Noah going out on his own to find the people that he lost that were taken, and he winds up meeting different colorful characters along the way, and that tells his story. That's not original to me. That feels very lazy. I mean, now, it would have been different if they took story beats from these different fantasy films or these different films, these survival films. If they would have taken different beats from those and combined them into something new and eclectic and original. I say original a lot, but what I mean is something that I haven't necessarily seen before, or if I have seen it, it's in a new way that engages me. This, aside from me going, ooh, at the prettiness of it, I wasn't overly impressed with the story. The story was like I said, every fantasy film in the 1980s. That was it. And so, overall, I think that Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes could have been better. It really could have been. It could have been a 4-star movie, 5-star movie if it wanted to be, if it would have just, tweaked those story ideas a little bit. But other than that, guys, I think I'm going to give Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes 3 stars out of 5 because I'm going to give it that extra half a star for just looking so damn pretty. It was a beautiful movie. And so that's what it's going to get, 3 out of 5 stars. It's in the theaters right now. It's definitely a theater experience film. You need to go check that out in the theater if you can. It might not have the same effect at home. In fact, when I watch it at home, it's probably going to be even worse to me. But that's beside the point. Right now, it gets 3 stars out of 5. It's at the theater. If you guys want to check it out, by all means, feel free to. It's worth your money. And that's it, guys. If you guys like the reviews, if you like my channel, please like and subscribe. By all means, I would love to have you guys start some conversations in the comment section. And as always, my friends, I'm going to keep making them as long as you guys keep watching them. Peace out, God bless, and I will see you soon.